have this morning is for Veronica Brackens. This is a violation from August 4th, 2023 for operating an unregistered cosmetology salon. Ms. Brackens entered into a consent agreement where she will pay a fine of $200 plus cost of $350 for a total of $550 along with a 1-year probation. And she has paid the fine and signed the consent agreement. The next two go together. This is Shalana Patel and Eyebrow Threading and Salon. This is a violation from March 14th, 2025 for having an unlicensed worker in the salon. Both the salon and the owner, Ms. Patel, entered into consent agreements where they would pay a fine of $200 plus cost of $350 for a total of $550 each, which is a total of $1,100. Plus the 1-year probation on each of their licenses. They have both signed the consent and paid the fine. The next one is Heather Gadarian. This is a violation from January 9th, 2025 for operating an unregistered salon. She failed to register the change of location prior to providing services in the new location. She agreed to a consent agreement where she will pay a fine of $200 plus $350 in cost for a total of $550 plus a 1-year probation. And she has paid the fine and signed the consent. The next two go together. This is Tao Nguyen and Lacquer Beauty Lounge. This is a violation from October 4th, 2022 for having an individual that was licensed as a manicure performing lash services without an aesthetics license. Both the salon and the individual entered into consent agreements where they will pay they will pay fines of $200 plus $350 in cost for a total of $550 each. And each of their licenses will be placed on probation for a 1-year period. They have both signed the consents and paid the fine. The next two go together. This is Lee Zwan Nguyen and Bella Cure Nail Bar and Spa. This is a violation from October 8th, 2024 for having 2 unlicensed workers in the salon. The consent agreements provide that they will each pay fines of $200 per violation, which is so $400 plus $450 in cost, so that is $850 each. Plus they will each have their licenses placed on probation for a 1-year period. They have signed the consents and paid the fine. And then the last two go together. This is Hung Nguyen and Pretty Nails 2. This is a violation from February 15th, 2024. As you will see in the consent agreement, there is a prior violation from January 22nd, 2021 for having an unlicensed worker. They did a consent agreement at that time where they paid the $550 and had a 1-year probation. The 1-year probation ran from July of 22 through July of 23, so they were not on probation at the time of this new violation. So this consent agreement provides for a fine of $200 plus cost of $350 for a total of $550 each. Since they did have a prior violation, we did an 18-month probationary period, and they have to post a copy of the consent agreements inside of the salon. And they have paid the fine and signed the consent agreements.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agreement as she has presented.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay. Move into declaratory order, Ms. Berry.
We still don't have the Attorney General's opinion on gathering some information that I would have sent to them to try to supplement the case that was relied upon to request the declaratory order. There was some discussion, some of the other licensing associations, so I couldn't attend the meeting, but I'm trying to obtain those materials and send them to the Attorney General, so hopefully I'll be able to do that before the next meeting.